right, so this is a game of sci-fi done with 15 millimeter. You don't have to use 15 millimeter. You could just as easily do the scenario with 28s or whatever. You can also put it in just about any kind of setting. This scenario was originally designed as part of our Perilous Island campaign. So, just about all of our scenarios, if you change the miniatures, if you change the terrain, then you have just a different genre. There's not a lot of work, from one adventure setting to another adventure setting. It all works very easily. You just change the figures and go. Now, I'm going to go ahead and get this started pretty quick. If you don't mind, please take a moment now and hit that like and subscribe button. If you haven't already, if you're not already a subscriber, please make sure you get subscribed to our little channel. That really does help us. And let's just get this going. Let's see, is everything working? Testing. I think everything's working. So let's go ahead and get the scenario started. Here is the board set up. Check that out. That looks pretty cool. You see the R.S.I troops along that one side of the table there. On the what is that? The right side over there by the turn counter. So they are starting off this scenario as the director, and then on the other side there you see the Sloviet combine, and they brought some skimmers in with them this time. That's what I'm using these vehicles as. So I gave them 2 perks. I gave them the Mastermind perk and the Rider's perk, so they don't even have a leader level character. Here are the 3. The Lost Tesh is out there looking around for something to fix. We got the shield generator in the middle and the sat link down there. So let's see now. As we go into turn number 1, this is very much a straight up fight. It's almost a King of the Hill sort of scenario where they're going to have to get in there and really go after that major plot point. As I start things off here, starting off with the cavalry over here, and going to activate them and move them up pretty quick and aggressive. That's pretty much been my style with the Sloviets, is to really use their movement to my advantage. Now, I am playing both sides in this, so it's a lot of fun to shift gears when you go from one side to the other. So bike moves up, a skimmer moves up, and it's firing. It got a 6 there. It did get 1 success. The Ranger's using going straight to defense here, and got a 6 to cancel it, so he's okay. Gonna try it again though. Set up another skimmer. Those are the ray skimmers, so if they're pointing directly at the target, they get an extra dice. So they're moving fast and they're throwing out a lot of firepower. So got a 5 and a 6 there. The Ranger, I think, is trying to defend again. Got a 4. He'll stop the 4. They got 2 successes. He stopped one of them, and he'll have to roll his health check there, and the Ranger is staying on the table. So that worked out really well there for him. Now this is Goose. Goose activates. Goose is a sidekick level mounted on a skimmer. So he's flying up here, giving it all he can, and he's opening up on that same Ranger. Now this time we got 3 die 8 coming at that same Ranger. There's no way he's going to be able to stop that 7. But once again, he's relying on his defense. He is going to be able to stop the 5. That means he's still going to have to roll a 1 dice health check. Let's see if it works for him. And no! Goose guns him down. The Ranger is down. He took a lot of shots before he went down. He took a lot of shots. So, I don't know. I just called him Rangers just cause. I didn't really have a good reason other than they are level 2 ally characters, so they're not gangs. They are individual characters. So now I'm activating another skimmer over here and heading towards the major plot point. Going up there, stopping just at the ridge there, and opening up on another Ranger. Picking those Rangers out. Those Rangers have burst fire, and I was a little bit worried about him. I didn't want to take a chance on taking too many bursts from him. So I'm targeting those Rangers. Ranger goes into defense. They're definitely more of a short range, I think, troop. So trying to use my range advantage to get those Rangers knocked out. But he survived that attack. So now I'm activating another skimmer and sending it up. And once again, stopping right at that ridge line and targeting that Ranger on the other side there. Got 3 die 6 coming at him and got, 3 successes, a 6 and 2 4s. Now the Ranger is, again, trying to dodge here. No way he's going to dodge all of it. He'll stop one, but he's going to have to roll a 2 dice health check. Let's see if he can survive this. No! Ranger down. Another Ranger is down. Now, of course, because they're ally level characters, they're going to get a recovery check at the end of turn number 1. Let's see. Now, the Sloviets there took the initiative. So they still have 1 character left to activate. Rakitansky is back there. He's driving one of those old Medved 3 battle suits, but he's going to hold on to his activation. And because he's the director now, he can tell the other side to activate. They're going to activate a group, one of their teams here. And that team is going to do about a 6-inch hut up to the vehicle there. So they're moving up. And they're going to open up on that skimmer over there. So they have a line of sight on that skimmer, and they're throwing 3 die 6 over that way. They got 2 6s. 2 6s. So the skimmer here is going to shoot back with 2 die 6. Maybe try and make those guys get their heads down a little bit. He has 1 success. The gang or the team got 2 6s. Now, what would you do here? Do you take that hit? The gang could cancel his hit, and that's what I went with. You know, the gangs can do pretty well, but you got to kind of keep them alive. So, now, you could have been more aggressive there, and maybe you'd have got the bike knocked out, but in this case, the bike is staying in play. But you got plenty more stuff on the table to throw shots at it. So another team is moving up, and they're throwing some firepower in the direction of that same skimmer. So they've got 3 die 6 going at that skimmer. Let's see what they get. 2 5s. They got 2 5s. And now the skimmer is switching over to dodge. He's got 2 die 6 in dodge, and he's going to try to keep his skimmer active. So he cancels one of those 5s, and he's still going to have to roll a condition check to see if he can keep his bike active, and he passes it. So the skimmer is staying alive. So we have another team here, or was that the Ranger? No, that's another team moving up. Another team is moving up over another 5-man team, and they're shooting basically at the same skimmer. There's one of them that's a little further ahead than the other one, so that skimmer becomes the target. So 3 die 6, and it's 2 6s and a 5, boys and girls. 2 6s and a 5. That's some hitting there. Rolled a 4. That 4 is not going to stop anything, and that skimmer is going to have to roll a 3 dice condition check here. 3 dice, and he passes it, boys and girls. Oh, that skimmer is getting fancy with his maneuvering over there, and he keeps it alive. Now, Psychico is over here. When he activates, Sloviets hit him with an out of ammo, just because he's actually one of the better shooters on that side of the table. So he moves up, he uses his action for scanners, and that allows him to draw another card. He's going to add a bad news into the R.S.I. hand. So the Sloviets are making them continue activating. Now we have a Ranger moving up, and he is in range to get a burst out there. Burst fire on those 2 skimmers. Now remember, when a burst hits multiple targets, they all roll for the same peril. Now they roll separately, but they all roll for the same peril. So they got to roll 2 successes with cunning and might. They can't do that, but they can dodge it, so they can try to use their dodge. So he failed. He failed it there, and he is down. So we lost one of the skimmers there, and I think the other one actually passed his dodge. So I think he stayed up. Now 88 activates on the R.S.I side, and 88 is moving up. Cannot move over 6 inches. That is a version. Do you guys know which? That's a leader level character from one of the Pulp Alley packs. He moves up and is firing over there at that skimmer that has been taking a lot of shooting. 88 only has a couple D8s with its minigun, and the skimmer throws a sidestep out there, so the skimmer's going to get 3 dice 6 to dodge. And that's dodgeable. 88 only got a 4 and a 5. The skimmer's going to be rolling 3 dice 6 to didn't get a thing! Didn't get anything. Takes 2 hits and passed with one of them. Did not pass with the other one, but it's because they're mounted. Remember, they get to re-roll that save. That counts as a cover save, and passed it. There you go. Remember, if he'd have rolled a 1 there, not only would he have been injured, but the skimmer itself would have been destroyed, and he could try to carry on foot if he recovered or whatever. But so now all of the R.S.I have activated, so I think Rakitansky's going to activate now. Yep, here he comes. He's measuring that out. He says, you know what? 16 inches is going to put me right on top of the major plot point, and that's exactly what he does. So he jumps out there and jumps on top of that major plot point. Now, he could shoot, but he's not gonna. He's gonna hold his fire again. You know, he's got the high ground right now. He's on the plot point, so we're rolling recovery checks. That ranger's gone. There were only 2 of them. So both of the rangers go out of play. We still have 1 left on the table. That was a costly turn. Losing 2 allies there, that was pretty rough. All right, now Sloviets still have control of the initiative. Taking a look at this, and you say, you know what? Every single unit on the R.S.I side of the table could be on top of Rakitansky. I forgot to do the recovery for the skimmers. We got, I think, 2 skimmers. So that one failed, 1 passed. I think there's only 1 to roll for. So that one that went down for the burst went out of play there. All right, so now, we have to think about what we're going to do here. And basically, the idea is to set up a perimeter. So we're going to activate Goose over there. And as soon as we activate Goose, the R.S.I throw a trip up on him, so he cannot move over 3 inches. He spins out over there. He hits a rock. He's not going to get very far. He's kind of bogged down over there. He still gets 3 inches, and I was thinking about it, do I go back and grab that lost Tesh? Go back and take that plot point, or do I just move forward? And since we have Rakitansky sitting on the major plot point, we got to move forward now. We can't move backwards. So he moves up, and he's throwing 3 die 8 at that group of that team over there by the truck. So we got a couple hits there, a couple successes, and now the team is firing back with 3 die 6. Got a 6 and a 5. Now, if you're Goose here, what do? You got a 6 and a 5. They got a 6 and a 5. He's gonna play it. He's gonna play it dangerous. He says, "I want to cause some damage. If the more damage I do to those, I'm gonna get it through." So he says, "I'm gonna give it all to you." So as soon as he does that, the R.S.I are holding 2 bad news in their hand, and they play both of them on him. Now he went from having to pass a 2 dice health check. He's going to have to pass a 4 dice health check, boys and girls. A 4 dice health check. Let's see. No. No surprise there. Would have been a surprise if he did it, but Goose is damaged. Goose is damaged. His skimmer is damaged over there. And we're going to put the red marker out there to help us remember that Goose is damaged. Now, the folks at the truck are going to get a 1 dice cover save. They passed it because they were in cover. And instead of losing 2 models, they're going to lose 1. So that works out pretty nice for them. All right. Now, what is going to happen next? I had a lot of fun with this game. Had a lot of fun with it. Let's see, what are we doing now? Let's see. So now we're going to move up some of the bikes. They stopped. I really wanted to get Goose up there, but with that trip up. So now we're going to have to form some sort of shield out there. So another biker's running up there and is firing at that same group that is back there behind that truck. Skimmer's rolling 4d6. Those things throw out a lot of firepower. 2 4s and a 6. That could wipe out that gang. And the team fires back with 3 dice 6. All they get is a 6. Now, if you're the biker, what do you do again? What do you do? Looking at this situation, I'm pretty sure I decided because I'm using that guy as a blocker, I didn't want to lose him here. So I'm going to get rid of their damage, and I'm going to go ahead and deliver 2 hits. Their cover save did not work, and that means they're going to lose 2 models out of that unit. This is getting hot. All right, now, so I still have a gap over there on the other side, so that I really want to get both of those bikers up there to close off Rocketansky so that they cannot get to him. So my next biker is going to take off hauling. Those things are so fast. So he comes up, and now he's coming up on the other side to block off that side. So he comes around, and he's opening up with his skimmer on that group, that team right in front of him there. It looks like they might only have 4 models now. He's throwing 4 dice 6, a 5, a 4, and a 6 on his successes. They're throwing 3 dice 6 back, and all they got was a 4. So again, I think I'm going to do it the same way. There's no reason to take the risk there. I'm gonna knock 2 of them out, right? I'm gonna knock 2 of them out. They're not even in cover there. Oh, were they? Oh, I think for some reason I gave them a cover save. They are quite obviously not in cover. All right. So who's going next? So now I guess it's going to be Rocketansky's going to go. So I guess you got to jump on the plot point. This is one thing that we changed from the Perilous Island scenario. It is a position plot point. And what that means is a special rule is that, so the peril he has to face is 1 with might or finesse, easy peasy. A position is that if you pass the peril in the plot point, then you take control of it as long as you stay there. If you move away from that plot point, then you lose control of it. So it really is kind of a king of the hill sort of scenario. The plot point is only 1 with cunning. He can do that. And he does. So the now he is a mother hen sitting on the nest, the egg, and can't go anywhere. So now he is there. He is, hunkering down on that plot point and is going to try and hold it until the end of the scenario. Cannot move off of it. I shouldn't say it that way. He could move off of it, but if you do move off of it, then you lose the plot point and someone else could get it. All right, so we also got a reward card for his troubles. And we're going to tuck that reward card under his character card there. Let's see. So we still have one skimmer that has not activated. I'm going to put a green chip out there to remember that that skimmer has not activated. And at this point, because the Combine have control of the initiative here, we're going to make the R.S.I start activating. We're going to hold that biker, that skimmer in reserve. If we need them, maybe we can use them to get the initiative back. So another team is activating over here on the R.S.I left, and it's about a 6-inch move, and they're moving up into point blank range with that skimmer right there, and that's who they're shooting at. So they only did a 6-inch move. They are armed. They don't. Oh wow! Look at that roll. No successes. They ignore the multiple fights penalty when they're shooting. So that's their one of their skills or one of their abilities that they have. So the skimmer is firing back with 2d6 here, and got a 6. So they're in the open. That means they're just going to lose a model right there. I kind of feel like I should have taken the ability that they always count as being in cover. There isn't a lot of cover on this table. You know, it's a desert, basically. So, but if I'd have taken the ability that always lets them be in cover, maybe that would have been cool. Would have helped some of them. So I got another 4-man team back here, and they're moving up and going to basically try the same thing. They're moving up a little bit here, 4-man team, and they are firing at that skimmer. Piling on here, making sure that they get out of his, a little bit off of his front facing there, just to make sure he doesn't get that bonus dice, right? So, 6 and a couple 4s, and just going to do, so he's taking both of his hits. He was trying to dodge there. His reroll failed, and he is down. He is down. That skimmer is down. All right. Man, this is really anybody's game going here. Who are you guys rooting for? Leave me some comments in the chat. Tell me, are you rooting for the Sloviet Combine or the R.S.I? So, activating another unit over here. Another team is activating. What do they got there? 2 or 3 models there. The team is shooting with 2d6. They've got a 5 and a 4 coming at that skimmer. The skimmer is shooting back with 4d6 and got nothing. Wow. Wow. Okay. Sure. That's going to happen from time to time. So that means the skimmer is going to have to roll a 2-dice condition check here. Failed both of them, and that skimmer is down. Is that both of my blockers? Both of the blockers for Rakitansky are now down. That's going to give the R.S.I control. And what's the first thing you do when you get control? You assess the situation. You assess the situation. Now, they still have several units that have not activated. So do you activate your guys here? I don't know. If you had somebody that could really cause some problems for Rakitansky, you might do it. But they also have one skimmer back there that has not activated. So they're going to go ahead and force that skimmer into action. Now, he could just become another blocker, but at least by forcing him to act now, they know what he's going to be doing, and they have the potential of kind of, dealing with him, and then maybe even getting to Rakitansky. So he moves up, and he's firing at that group of that team that moved up and took down one of those skimmers, I think. So that skimmer's firing at 5d6. At short range, pointing at the target, they're throwing out an enormous amount of damage. The The team fired back with 2. Now, what do you do here? He's in a blocking position. If we lose this skimmer, I don't think we can afford to lose this skimmer here. This is where you start thinking about what the mission is. And if it's to keep Rakitansky alive, then you gotta play it safe here. So they just lose one of their models. They lose one of their models, and that will put them back in control. However, all of the Sloviets have activated now, so the only characters left are on the R.S.I. side. Let's see. So we still have a Ranger. We got Kiko, and we have 88. So who's going to be activating here? Looks like we're going to try that Ranger. So that Ranger is... Oh, he's going to throw a burst, isn't he? He's moving up. And, yep, parked a little too close there. So they're both going to have to roll 1 success with might. That's definitely doable. The skimmer will definitely use their defense here of 2 die 6. So I'll have to get 2 die 6 on. I have to get 1 success on 2 die 6. That was close. That was too close. So he avoids it, and then Rock also avoids the burst as well. So both of them did not take any damage from the burst. Now 88 activates and is going to rush. Getting his hands dirty here. 88 is going in. Let's see. So going in here, throwing 3 die 10. Yep, melee here. So 3 die 10, got a 5 and a 6. And the skimmer is just trying to stay alive using its defense here to avoid it. 2 die 6, 2 5s. Going to stop one of those. So it will have to roll a 1 dice condition check here. And it failed. Don't get an armor save for melee. So the skimmer is down. The skimmer is down. That gives the R.S.I. control of the cone again. That's sneaky there. Now Kiko activates. Psy-Kiko's over there. And just going to move up and do the scanners action again. I don't think Kiko wanted to shoot at Rock there because didn't want the chance of taking extra damage. Remember, we had 1 skimmer that was delayed. That was the random event, so it should have started at the start of that turn and then moved up. So there it is. It did what it needed to do. So now it's recovery checks for every single unit on the Sloviet side. So skimmer number 1 is up. Skimmer 2 is gone. Skimmer 2 is removed from the table. Skimmer 3 is back up. Now for Goose. Come on, Goose. Goose is up. Goose. Yes. We need Goose to stay in play. All right, so we lost 1 of the skimmers there, and 2 of them got back up. Goose shakes off his injury as well. Let's see. We have the rally. Yeah, we have the rally roll. 88 has the rally ability, so is going to pop another model back into that team over there. And that ends turn number 2. We are starting turn number 3 here, boys and girls. R.S.I. has control of the initiative, but Rock is sitting on... Oh, wait a minute. What's that dust cloud in the distance? The dust cloud in the distance. They rolled a 4, and that means the giant Ganga has appeared. Dust cloud in the distance. The giant desert Ganga is now on the table. Oh, now it's going to fight everything. It just moves and wants to gobble whatever's close. So, R.S.I. here are going to force the Sloviets to activate again. So they're activating that delayed skimmer. Possibly that was the one that was coming up to warn Rock about the Ganga. So it wheels back off, goes back around, and comes in hard on that giant Ganga, and it is putting some damage on it. Got 2 6s, maybe putting some damage on it. This thing cannot hardly stop any damage because it's so big, but it's really hard to hurt anyway, and it is not damaged. So so the skimmer comes around there and blazes away at it, but the Ganga is not damaged, but it's mad. It is definitely mad. Now, what are these skimmers going to do? They're pulling back. To try and defend Rock. So he pulls back, throws some shots off. I think got 3 5s. 3 5s, and oh, look at that. And the fire team also got 3 successes. Now, you could only block 1 even if you wanted to. So, do you just say take them all here? Nope, he's going to knock out 1 of those. So both of them are taking 2 hits. The skimmer is going to have to roll a 2 dice health check, and the fire team is going to lose 2 models. And they lose 2 models. That means there's only 1 left, and that's no longer combat effective. And the final model is removed. Now, the skimmer will also have to roll his 2 health and passes, so the skimmer stays on the table. And look at that. The Sloviets have now taken the initiative, and they've got a hold of the Amish War Disc of Doom. Gonna make the R.S.I. start activating. They pulled the fella back into some cover there. Oh, another burst. Another burst flies out. Let's see what the peril is going to be. What is it? Oh, 1 with might. 1 with might. So both of them are rolling 2 dice 6 for that. Both of them are only rolling 2 dice 6 for, that was for the skimmer. It blew it. Has to roll a 1 dice health check. Was not injured. Rakitansky is also going to be rolling for it. Also rolling 2 dice 6. Also failed. Will roll a 1 die 1 die 8 health check. Should have been a die 8, I think. I don't think he actually has D10 health. Shh. Cheating. All right, and they're off. And they are off. So we have, I think that's Kiko back there. So Kiko comes around. Pretty good shooter, Kiko, using the psychic powers to aim with here. Hitting with all 3 successes, boys and girls. A 4, a 6, and a 7. Holy cow, that's some shooting text. Now, the skimmer fires back and only gets a 5. What do you do if you're Kiko here? Do you just say take them all? You have the superior position. You're in cover back there. You have better dice. You go with it. Okay, failed. Kiko failed. Cover. Saved. Okay, so there you go. There you go. But is the skimmer damaged? Yes. Skimmer is down. That skimmer is down, boys and girls. Man, this is looking really, really rough. They're just going in guns a-blazing. And that gives them back control of the initiative. And they want the Sloviets to do something. So, activating another skimmer coming up. And, oh, that's Goose! That's Goose, boys and girls. Goose is coming up and opening fire. He would normally roll 5d8 at 88. 5d8. But however, 88 has electronic countermeasures, and that means Goose's firing controls are all fritzed out. And instead of getting to roll 5d8, he only gets to roll 2 dice 6 to shoot at 88. You guys figured out what character that is yet? And of course, they get nothing. 88 fires back, gets a 4, and Goose will end up having to roll a 1 dice health check. I think. Yep, there it is. Passed the health check. And the turn continues. Let's see where we're going to go now. We're coming down to the end of this turn. Oh, look, there's Bessie over there. So they're going to have Rock activate now, and he's going to throw some firepower in the direction of 88 as well. Now, he's able to roll 3 die 8 against him, so gets a 7. That's going to be a success, and 88 replies here with dodging. 88 is dodging here. And yeah, easily dodges that 7. So no damage getting through there. All right, now I think all of the Sloviets have activated this turn. So we're going to switch over to the R.S.I. They've got control of the initiative. They're pulling back. Yeah, they're pulling back. They are not wanting... Now, on the other side, what are they doing here, boys and girls? What are they doing? What are they doing? Another team is pulling back. Now, this is interesting. So they're not wanting to put those out there just to get chewed up by the Sloviets, so that possibly they could get some rally and rebuild their numbers a little bit. Maybe they could reform a little bit. Now, that's interesting. So now it is who? So 88 is activating and is rushing at that skimmer. 88 is activating and going in to rush, rolling 2 die 10 to brawl here. Got a 9. There's no way you could stop a 9 with d6s, so no, we shouldn't have even rolled that. So the skimmer's going to have to roll a 1 dice health check, and the skimmer is down again. You don't get a cover save in that sort of fight, so that skimmer is down. Man, what do you guys think? Both sides are really getting chewed up. But the two biggies, Goose at this point isn't damaged. Rock isn't damaged. Here's the Desert Ganga is turning and attacking this skimmer off on its side here. It's rolling 4 die 12, boys and girls. 4 die 12. Got 4 successes. Now, the skimmer is basically going to be trying to dodge here, I'm pretty sure. Just trying to stop. Oh, no. That will not do it. No, that did not do it. So now, look at that health check, boys and girls. Look at that health check. The skimmer passes a 4 dice health check. Here's the bad news. The Great Ganga is going to attack again. It has the, Savage ability. So after it makes a brawl attack, if it's still engaged, it gets to do it again. So now it is doing a second round of brawl attack. The skimmer got a 4. It will be able to stop one of Ganga's 4s there, or it's 4. That means the skimmer's going to have to roll a 2 dice health check now. And the skimmer is down. The skimmer is down, boys and girls. Now that thing is, that thing throws out a lot of damage. That thing throws out a lot of damage. I think it was basically a sacrifice there to try and pull that thing away and keep it away from Rakitansky there by giving it something to focus on rather than just moving straight forward towards him. And that, I think, ends the turn. Yep, because the NPCs, remember, boys and girls always go last. So we're doing some recovery checks now, and we lost the skimmer. The skimmer that was right there at the man needed that to pass. If they could have passed that, backed up an inch, could have held it there another turn, lost another skimmer. They are dropping like flies. Got another skimmer to roll for here. Oh, man, at least that one passed. At least that skimmer is back in play. They've got 3 models on the table. The Sloviets now have 3 models. They got Goose, they got a skimmer, and they got Rock. Are they going to be able to keep this going? And there's the rally roll for 88, so that means they're adding another model in, so that team back there is now up to 4 models. That's why they pulled back. That's why they didn't want to lose any more models out of those, possibly get them back up to full strength. We're at turn number 4 of 6. This is officially the halfway point. R.S.I. has control of the initiative right here. We're drawing cards. R.S.I. drew a stunned. That's interesting. A stunned. And Sloviets draw a steady aim. A steady aim. So with the R.S.I. in control of the initiative here, you know, you have to assess these situations and really decide, you know, if we go first, what's going to happen? If they go first, what's going to happen? You know, you kind of have to, sometimes, you know, you want them to go first. Let's see. Are they going to go with the team? We're just looking at who we have in play right now. So we've got 2 teams, still have 2 teams, still have 1 ranger, still have a sidekick over there. So they've got like 4 or 5 units if you include 88, the leader, the sidekick, the ranger, and 2 teams. Now, they really, just those 3 models that you see there for the Sloviets. And he is sitting on top of the major plot point. When we got Goose and 1 more skimmer. 1 more skimmer still in play. Those skimmers have been getting chewed up. And then, of course, there is the big beast. For the big monster, we're just using the stats out of the Perilous Island book. You know the one. Great Ganga. It appears in this scenario. It's called Blood Sacrifice, for those of you that are wondering about this scenario. It changed very, very few things. The major plot point is position. So once you take it, you have to stay on it. And also reduce the number of plot points down to 3, 1 major, 2 minors, because to make it more of a skirmish. Another skimmer, that last lone skimmer, comes back to try and herd the Desert Ganga, and that's going to get bad, you know. Just hope that he can survive. He's throwing a lot of firepower in the direction. He only got 2 successes. It's going to block, no, did not block either one, so it has to roll a 2 dice health check. No damage. So got a couple hits, but the thing just shakes it off, and it's going to be wheeling around with red eyes. Now, Goose is going to come screaming forward. He can throw out lots and lots of firepower when he wants to. He's got a target on a ranger lurking back there in the refinery, and he scores a 7 and an 8. That's all? Okay. Well, he had 5d8. A 7 and an 8. the Ranger gets 2 6s. Now, if you're Goose, what do you do here? The Ranger got 2 6s. You could play it safe. You could block 1. This is what makes Pulp Alley so much fun, is that you actually are a participant in the game and you get to decide this sort of thing. Goose, I'm pretty sure, is just going to say, take them all. Is that what Goose would do? Yes. Goose says take them all. So Goose will take his 2 hits, and the Ranger's going to take his 2 hits. So Goose is rolling his health check. He only got 1 success, but he's going to get a reroll. He's going to get to reroll that dice. And what is it? Oh, it's a 6. Woo, I hate that glare. All right, so now the Ranger also takes damage, but he's also in cover. He's also in cover, and he passes as well. Ah, dang it. So no damage there at all. They are still the directors, so they only have 1 model left. They're gonna make Rockatansky move again, activate. You got to do Rock, because that's all you have left. So he can't move. He's just gonna shoot, right? Yeah. Pretty much the only option he has at that point. You can't really do a whole lot else. So he's gonna throw his 3-die-8 at the. His firepower is affected by the electronic countermeasures on that, on 88. That's why he's not rolling like the normal number of dice that he would get to there. So Rock got a 4, 5, and a 7. 88 got 2 7s and a 5. So what do you do here? Again, he could take out a couple of those, or you just say take them all. Is that what he's going to do? Yep. He says take them all. So both characters are going to take 3 hits and have to roll health checks here. So here is for Rock. He's going to throw an extra dice in because he's armored. So he was not damaged. And, oh yeah, 88 takes some damage. Those look like D8s. Were those D8s? Should have been rolling D10s, I think. Those look, might have to go back and watch that. Cheated. All right, so now all of the Sloviets have activated, so it's just down to the R.S.I. He's gonna, that Ranger is playing it smart there. If he shot at Goose, Goose would be firing back, but by lobbing some grenades or something over there, Goose is having to take some evasive actions here. I didn't see how many challenges that was, but I bet you that did it. 3 successes, so yeah. Goose was not damaged by the burst. Who's going to take on Goose next? Or are they going to try and work around him? They still have another team over there, and Sakiko is over there. So Sakiko's just going to open up and try and outgun Goose here. So Sakiko's probably rolling something like 4-die-8 here. Hey, I want to try and remember to show you guys the cards. I'm going to try and show you the cards at the end of this. I meant to do that at the beginning. So I want to make sure I show you guys the cards so you know kind of how these guys, all these models were designed here. So Goose got a 4 and an 8. Sakiko got a 6 and a couple 5s. And Sakiko says, take them all. So Sakiko says, everybody takes damage. So here is for Goose. No, that was Sakiko. Sakiko had to roll a 2-dice health check and passed. Now here is for Goose. He's rolling 4 dice because he gets an extra one, remember. Oh, wait. I don't think he is armored. Doggone it. All right, so now the fire team over there, we got 3 models. That means they would normally roll 2 dice. Got that extra dice for the short range, so they're rolling 3 dice at him. Got a 6. What's Goose doing here? Shooting back? Looks like he's shooting back. So he got a 6, and they got a 6. Do they say, right? You got to block, right? You can't take it. Okay, yeah. Gangs are a little too. You don't want to take little nibbles out of gangs, or you don't want your gangs to get nibbled down like that. So they're just gonna block something like that. So they got 4. They got 4 models in this gang, and it's moving up. Now that's interesting. They're moving up so that they have a shot at Rakitansky here. So he's gonna blow them away. Oh, this was actually a fairly long strategy here. This is part of a sequence of events that was planned for quite a while, probably from the beginning of this turn for the R.S.I side. What they're doing here is they're just trying to cause a hit to Rock. They don't care if that gang or that team is wiped out. They want to get a hit because they are holding a stumble card. And if they can get a hit on him, then they can play that stumble and force him off of that plot point. There it is. They got the hit, and there's the stumble. Now they're going to knock him back X inches. Remember, X is always drawn from the top of the deck, and it's 2 inches. He's going to get pushed 2 inches in a random direction. We want to go ahead and make sure we roll the health checks and everything first, but he's going to get pushed 2 inches in a random direction. That's going to wipe that team out over there. They're going to take 3 hits. 1, 2, 3. They got 1 model left. They are no longer combat effective, and that model is removed as well. Now they did get a couple hits on Rock. He will be rolling an extra dice because he is armored, and he failed. Looks like he failed. He does get a reroll because he is mounted, so that will give him a reroll. Let's see if he can pass this. No! Rock is damaged. Not only is he stumbled, now he is damaged, and he's down to a D6 health. He's down to a D6 health, boys and girls. Down to a D6 health. Oh, this is looking bad. Here's the direction. It's off this way towards the bottom of the screen there. 2 inches in that direction. That's going to take him off of the plot point. And ask yourself this: which character has not activated yet this turn? There's only 1 character on the table that has not activated this turn. Who is it? It's 88. So again, that was a long plan of trying to make that work. Sacrificed that team to get that stumble on him. They had to get Goose out of the way, or at least kind of, I guess in some ways he almost got himself out of the way. But then they moved up to where they could get closer to Rock instead of Goose. And now 88 is moving in. 88 is moving in and is sitting down on the nest. That's my nest. First has to face a peril. 1 success with finesse is what they're needing. Let's see if they can roll 1 success with finesse. And they got it. They are down to rolling D8s because they are injured. That would have normally been D10s there. And they draw a free pass. A free pass. They draw a free pass for the plot point challenge. Wow. I guess it makes sense. We're calling this an R.S.I base or refinery here. So the last character to activate in the turn is the big monster, and it turns and is coming after the last of the skimmers. Can the skimmer survive this? That's the big part. We really want that skimmer to survive this. Oh, look at that. Gaga only got 2 successes, a 5 and a 4. The skimmer could actually dodge that with 2 dice 6. 2 dice 6. Dodged one of them. The skimmer's only going to have to roll a 1 dice health check. A 1 dice health check, and it's down. The skimmer goes down. All right, now we just have to get it to roll its recovery check, and I guess that's really where we're at now. We're 2 recovery checks now. We're 2 recovery checks. Let's see what we're going to get here. I guess we're going to roll for that bike first. We're going to roll for that skimmer that's laying right in front of the Ganga, and then we're going to roll for and then we'll roll for rock. So the skimmer's gone. Doggone it. Boy, I tell you. That means, now what do? That means the Ganga is free. And so Rock shakes off his damage. Rock shook off his damage. And is this... Do you have anyone else damage, or is this the rally roll? I think that was the... Oh, no, that was for 88. That was for 88. And I guess now ought to be the rally, right? Yep, a 5, so that's going to get another model back into that gang. That gets him back up to 4 models. So right now the Sloviets, as we're starting, what is this now? Turn 5? There's 2 turns left? Yeah. Turn 5 now, boys and girls. 2 turns. Nobody has got that Ganga under control right now. They drew something over there. R.S.I drew a warmed up. Oh, the Sloviets drew an I'm all right. That's pretty handy, and I'm all right. Very, very cool. So now Goose is just going to go in and brawl this Ranger. Goose is tired of messing around over there. He's coming in to do some damage. Only got a 4 and a 5, though. Only got a 4 and a 5. Now, the Ranger rolls and gets a 4, so he's going to stop one of those hits. He was dodging, and now he has to make a 1 dice health check, and the Ranger is down. The Ranger is down, and that's going to give the Sloviets the director again. So they have the control of the initiative. They've only got one other character. All they have is Rock. So do you activate Rock, or do you make them go? See, they're sitting on top of the plot point now, so they activate their gang. Now they're going to try to hold off the Ganga. Now they're going to try. They know, as they come running past Rock, he turns around. Is he going to use his autocannon or his rockets? What do you guys think? What would you use? Autocannon or rockets? Oh, it's the rockets. Okay, so his short-range rockets just go blarf, 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 blarf. Let's see what kind of challenge we get. We got 2, so they're going to have to roll 2 successes with cunning or might. Might is on there, so that means they actually have 2 dice in might. They could actually pass that. So, and they're going to throw their focus out there. Look at that, boys and girls. Now they're getting to roll 3 dice. They're going to roll 3 dice 6. They only need 2 successes, and they did not get it. They only got 1 success, but they're holding on to an uncanny card. They were using that to try and get the plot point, but now that they got the plot point, they go ahead and burn both of those to get to save those 4 guys, and they stay alive. Now, that is a heavy rocket pack. Out of the characters book, it's one of the new characters' abilities. that's included in the characters book. So you could discard a card to do it all over again, and this time when they draw the random peril, it is a 3. And they got no tricks up their sleeve. They got no tricks left. They draw a 3. They cannot pass that with their 2 dice. And that's it. They're just scrubbed. So heavy rockets. They came running past him and just the ground erupted. Boom, boom, boom. And now Psychico comes running. Psychico comes out there. So Rock is activated. Goose is activated. So they're done. Psychico runs out there. And now the... Oh, no, 88 activates? What's 88 going to do? 88? What? Oh. Oh, he's using his scramble. He's going to try to hack Rockatansky, and he's going to throw a peril at him. 3 successes. Very similar to Cursed Presence. Probably the same thing. So he's going to have to roll 3 successes. He's using his Sucker Punch to get an extra dice. He's using his Brawl skill here. So that, remember in the second edition cards, you could use Sucker Punch for stuff like this and get that extra dice in there. Rolling 4 die 8, and he needs 3 successes here. 1, 2, 3. He got it, boys and girls. Rockatansky says no. No hacking. So, does not get damaged in that attack. Sneaky hacking attack. Now it is the Desert Ganga comes rumbling, and it stops at Psychico. Now, Psychico has a pretty darn good dodge, like 4 die 8. He could hold this monster at bay with a 7, an 8, and a 4. That's going to be hard. He's got 4 die 8 to do it with. Let's see if he can dodge a 7, an 8, and a 4. Oh, that was not good. He got a 5. He got a 5, and that is going to stop 1. That means he's going to have to roll a 2 dice health check. He's got to roll a 2 dice health check here. And he passes his health check, boys and girls. Psychico will not go down. But he's got the Savage ability. So as soon as he activates, or as soon as he finishes that combat, he can do it all over again. So another 4 die 12 coming at Psychico. And this time he's got D12s. Or he rolled 12s and a 10 and a 4. Psychico can't stop 3 of those. Best he can do is stop the 4. Oh, this isn't looking good. So yeah. So he stops the 4. Can't do anything about the 12s. He rolled 4 successes. He rolled really good too. And he's going to end up having to roll a 3 dice health check. 3 dice health check. Come on, Psychico! And the 2 is enough to give him a pow. So Psychico is now damaged, but he's not down. And that ends the turn. Psychico survived and is holding the monster there. 88. That Psychico. Psychico passed his recovery, so he is no longer injured. A 2. Was that for Rock? Oh no, that was for the Ranger. That was for the Ranger, so Ranger's removed. Who else do we still have to roll for? I guess that was it. Yeah, Rock wasn't damaged. This is the last turn of the game, boys and girls. This is the last turn here. Sloviets have control of the code. They only have 2 characters on the table. They got Goose and they got Rock. What are you going to do here? What are you going to do? R.S.I. draws a focus. That ain't going to help him. Psychico's facing off against the Great Ganga. 88 is hunkered down, just like spread out and grabbing a hold of that thing. What is this? What'd I miss? Is this a peril? Oh, 88 activated and threw a peril at Rock. Rock failed. Rock failed the 2 challenges, and they played a stunned on him. He failed to avoid the hits. He takes 1 hit, and because he took a hit, now they're playing a stunned on him. That means Rock cannot move for the entire turn. Oh, 88 is a sneaky dog. So, oh, that was dirty. So Rock makes them activate again. Kiko activates. The monster is attacking. How much is coming? I didn't see what the monster got. So they can't stop the 12. So Kiko's only going to have to roll a 1 dice health check here. And fails it. Fails the health check and is injured. Now the monster, remember the monster, once per turn, once it finishes a combat, it can start another one. And here we go. Buckle up, Buttercup. We got a 12, a 6, and a 4. 3 hits or 3 successes. Kiko is trying to dodge now. It's using D6s. Got a 4 and a 5. I don't think that's going to stop anything. So, having to roll a health check, and Kiko is down. Psychico! Psychico is down. 88 is activated. Psychico is activated. We still have Goose and Rock. We still have Goose and Rock. Oh, this is to determine randomly which character the monster is going to move into contact with. It has this character ability, I don't know, it's called like Rampage or something, or Ravage or something. So it can move, if it puts somebody down in a fight, it can move up to 6 inches to the nearest enemy. And so we randomly determined which one it would be, and it's 88. So it's moving into contact with 88. Now Goose is moving up, and Goose is shooting in to that melee. So Goose is just firing in there. So it is an unopposed attack, basically. Also throwing a steady aim on top of it. So that's going to get him up to like 6 die 8. 6, and got 1 miss. So got 5 successes here. So what you got to do now is you have to randomly assign every single hit to something. You don't do it evenly. Every hit has a chance to go somewhere. So it could all go on one thing. So we throw a 1 through 4, and it's going on the monster. On a 5 or higher, it's on 80. On 88, and it's all a 4 or less. So everything is on the monster. The big monster was blocking 88. And it absorbs all 5 hits, and the monster is damaged. The monster is damaged. I think that's the first time the Ganga has been damaged in this scenario anyway. So, takes damage there. And Rock has not activated. So 2 characters left. Rock has to activate, and the Ganga has to activate. So again, he is just throwing fire into the fight. He's just throwing fire into the fight and hoping to actually hit something. He got 3 successes here. He got 3 successes, and now we have to randomly determine 1 through 4 is on the monster. So 1 of them is on the monster. The other 2 is on 88. So 88 is going to take 2 hits here. 2 hits. So the monster again is going to have to roll a 1 dice health check. Oh, this was 88. 88 is damaged. 88 is now damaged. Not going to be enough. Not going to be enough. The monster is not damaged. So we only have 1 character left that has not activated this turn. This is the last turn of the game, so it is basically coming down to the monster attacking 88. It's the only thing that's in contact with. Has muscles of steel and stuff like that, so it's not losing dice here, or dice type. So hitting with 4, it can only do the, what is it called? The frenzy or whatever it is, savage, where it gets to make a second round of attacks. It can only do that once per turn. So it's only going to be able to, at most, take 88 down to a D8 here. And got a 4 there. So 88 is damaged all the way down to a D6 health. And that's where the game ends. That's it. The game ends right there. So what I imagine happening here, what I imagine happening in this situation is that the 88 was able to reactivate the gate, or not the gate, but the shields. So the shields suddenly pop up, pushing the monster back, maybe throwing them back, 2 to 6 inches away from the fence. Probably doing the same to Goose and to Rock as well. They're all thrown back, except for 88, who is, prepared for it. The shield pops up. Those characters are all thrown back. And that's a second win in a row for the R.S.I. It's a nail biter all the way down to the final round. That was a lot of fun. I've been enjoying these sci-fi games a lot. Tell me about what you guys are liking. I don't know how much more I'm planning on playing of these. I may go back to, there's a lot of stuff that I want to do. There's a lot of stuff that I want to go and do, so I don't know how much more of these I will do, but maybe it'll be based on some feedback from you guys. I'd love to see some comments. If you're enjoying this, let me know. I promised you I was going to show you the cards, didn't I? So I got to do that. Let me show you the cards. So the Sloviets had 2 perks. They had the Mastermind and the Rider's perk. They also, all of the characters, not just the Sloviets, had an extra ability. That's what's on these little green cards at the bottom here. Also, both leagues had 2 extra slots just because I liked adding some extra stuff in there. So Rock, an old Medved 3 battle suit here. He has the Armored and Indomitable. He's got Heavy Burst, and he is mounted. Over here we have Goose. Goose was on a race skimmer. He was a veteran. He had Moxie. He was fierce. So that was Goose. The skimmers, these are all level 2 allies on race skimmers. They're fierce. They have marksmen. Very, very cool. So that was a lot of fun. Then for the R.S.I., of course, this was our favorite, Dr. Fang. Good old Dr. Fang was standing in and for 88 during this scenario, and he had the extra ability that he had was Rally. Psychico had Aid, plus Deductive and Brainy. My Rangers had Burst Fire. There were 3 of them. They were also Agile. Pretty cool. And then I had 3 gangs. They were the armed gangs. They were loyal. And that was them. That was them. All right, boys and girls, thank you so much for watching this. We really do appreciate all your support. Make sure you're a subscriber. Make sure you hit that like button. And we will see you next time. Bye, everybody.